been tasked with going through a kata with you. It's a kata that some of you will know, some of you won't. It doesn't matter what grade you are. Whatever grade you are, you can learn any kata. The difference is that you'll see looking down, so if you're a higher grade, you can see what mistakes lower grades make, but you can't necessarily see it the other way round. But the difference is that the higher grades will see in, say, a white belt, a red belt, a yellow belt performing a kata to a purple belt, brown belt, down grade performing a kata is in the technique. But that doesn't mean that a low grade can't learn the pattern. So whatever grade you are, I would encourage you to learn this kata. What we're going to do is we're going to do it in little sections. So just practice a tiny section. We're going to add to it each time. If you're a down grade, practice it. I love this kata. I've been on loads of courses, and every time I go on a course and I do this kata, I still learn something new, and I've done it for years and I'm still making mistakes. So the kata we're going to look at is Nijushiho. Now in our club, this kata is for black belt, so it's one of the 3 black belt katas that we learn. It's at a different level in different clubs. Now there's not very much known about the creator of Nijushiho. It's also known as Niseshi traditionally. It was passed down to Shotokan, Shitori, Wadaru, other styles of karate, but we don't know who created it. People think that because of some of the similarities with the kata Soshin, which we've been doing in class, that it was part of the Nagaki family, but nobody knows. So this kata, Nijushiho, means 24 directions or 24 steps. In Japanese counting, ju is 10, niju is 20, so 2, 10. So we have niju, shi, ich, ni, san, shi, 4, ho. Ho is directions or steps. The opening move of Nijushiho is like flowing water. It's actually called flowing water posture, and it's Rushu no Kamai. And it's a slow move followed by a fast move followed by a slow move. So it's a bit like a crashing wave. The very first move of this kata, so you start from yoi. Your hands come up and your right hip, this is my right hip, slightly turns back. When my right hip turns back, it means that my left hand is slightly in front of my right hand. It's not because I'm pulling this back, it's purely because my hip has come back there. Now when you do the opening sequence, don't stop here. Lots of people learn this kata and then they go to start with, which isn't right. It's a way of learning how to get the hand position when you do the opening sequence, but when you're learning, bring it here, come back. When you're practicing, try to make that flowing because it's supposed to be flowing water posture. So slowly, hands come up together, left hand's in front of right because my right hip is back, and I drop back into a right, my right leg drops back into back stance. So it's a left-sided back stance, but I've got my right leg at the back, left leg at the front, and I'm in back stance here. My back hand, my right hand is on my hip, hikate, and my left hand is here in front, pressing block. This arm, my elbow, is a curve here, a flowing curve. Try not to have it too tight in here like an MP. It's like a curve. It's almost a bit like a hockey stick, which is how Aidan Trimble explained it to me. So we drop back here, curve, pressing block, thumb in. So together, ich. As we draw back, we slide back. So I don't go back very rigid and stop here. Together, slide. Left foot follows right foot. From here, I'm going to drive forward using my right hip, my right foot, drive forward, punch Gyakuzuki underneath. Here. So from this angle, punching Gyakuzuki, hand is still here. It's just above my elbow. This is the tricky bit for those that are learning it. The left hand comes underneath, palm up, hand open, draw forward, pulling up. This is tension. This is an MP, so this is tighter here. I'm in Shizentai natural stance, or sometimes Mutadachi, which is a short Zenkutsudachi, and I'm slightly leaning forward. The application for this part here, choke on there, so you've got the resistance. Try not to let your right heel come off the ground. So again, together, hands come together, right hip drops back, pull back, back stance. Drive forward, Gakuzuki. Try and keep this out. Again, try not to keep it in too tight. Out in front. Knee. Hand comes under, open, tension, empi, san, and yame. Once more. Ich, ni, san. And again. So drop back. Ich, ni, san, and yame. There is a bit more shuffling in that kata, but I haven't got much space. So we have to work with what we've got. Drop back, drive in, drive forward. I can do it that way. I can't do it this way because I haven't got as much space. But if you see, arms come up, drop back, slide, drive forward again, and yame. So that's the opening sequence of Nijushiho, and it's Rushu no Kamai. I think it's R-Y-U-S-U-I. I think is how it's spelled. I can double check that. But it's Rushu no Kamai. Flowing water posture. Good luck. Practice that. Practice it. Practice it. Get it flowing. Get it right. Get these hand movements right. And then we'll move on to the second sequence. Us.